Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm the chunky behind the wheel. This week in the GR Cup we're at Mugello, and on that note, let's get to the grid. The rolling start at Mugello may work in our favour. It's not a long lap, so the tyres are going to be cold. We might lose a few people on this first lap to accidents. Pace car will pull in shortly. The lights are up, we're just waiting for him to turn green. The pace car is in, we just need the lights to change. And they do, and we're off at Mugello. The front three have absolutely blasted off, and they're in each other's slipstream already. Speaking of which, I've stepped out of the car slipstream aiming for the gap that the front rows have left wide open. But we have to watch out for Zach on the outside. Turn 1 is a great corner for passing around the outside. But Zach's cut to the inside just behind me. We could go 3 wide into turn 1 here. This could be a big old mess, I just hope it's not the case. But we've all thought better of it and stayed out of trouble for now. It looks like everyone's managed to get around turn 1 safely. However, Zach has threatened up the outside while approaching turn 2. He's got a good run on me. We are side by side, but he has the inside line for now and has taken P8 from me. There was nearly contact there from me and Zach, but we've just managed to miss each other. Zach is now all over the next guy and is trying to make it happen early. The field looks to have settled down around me, but we're going at such a fast pace so I could change in an instant. Everyone's tyres must still be cold at this stage. Other than Zach, I've not seen any crazy lunges for positions. I've got some breathing room now into the last 2 turns, so I will hopefully be able to slingshot out onto the start-finish straight. The last 2 turns are so fast, it's such a balance between speed and grip. Again, we've got a good line going despite Zach's early moves. He hasn't got much further ahead of us. Someone's off at the back of the pack and we've nearly all made it around lap 1. Let's take a quick look at that crash at the back of the field. Michael's got a wide line, but he's put it on the grass causing contact with the barrier and he's almost come back out in front of Neil. We're going to see how close Neil was to being taken out. He was inside there for a second, but there he is all over the place. Good job, Neil, for missing that one. Fast forward to lap 3 now, where I'm still in P9, but I am in striking distance of Demetrius and Zach. On board now with Demetrius in the red car, who's just up ahead. He has swept to the inside, and that was a smart move. I think he's going to go for a move into turn 1 here, but the door is firmly shut by Zach. They have gone deep into the corner, and now they've hit each other. They leave the door wide open for me to sail up the inside without a struggle, and just like that I'm up into P7. See, this is where I like to sit back in the early stages to see what people do. Sometimes you just pick up positions from doing very little. Further behind on lap 3, you can see a nasty tangle where Cola sent Diego flying into the barrier. But was there any contact? On board now with Cola, we'll be able to see or hear if there was any contact. There was definitely contact, but was that Diego's fault? He's got across Cola a little bit there. Also on lap 3, Hayden has taken a firm shove off the track, but what space did he see? Now on board with Anthony behind them who saw it all, and there's just no space at all. Maybe he just didn't see the other car. On to lap 4 now, and I've managed to keep at least a small gap from P8 and 9, but I've started to close the gap in the front runners. Over the last couple of laps I've managed to link up some good sectors and managing to set one of the faster times on the track at the moment. I've got to keep this going. James seems to be slowing down, but did he cut the corner? Does he have to yield time? I've no idea, but I'll take P6, thank you. He's really dropping back. I wonder what's going on there. He must have cut the corner, or decided to stay out of the way. The overtake was too easy. Just a bit further around the track, the battle between Zach and Demetrius has come to an end with Demetrius losing out. Demetrius did so well to keep that out of the barrier. Demetrius saw a gap and I think Zach thought he could close the door on him. It was definitely a racing incident. Fast forward to lap 7 where you find all the cars running except Michael after that lap 1 collision with the barrier. How he's the only driver out of the race so far is beyond me after some of the collisions. On board now, we're sitting in a good position here to take P5. Which we do without much of a fight from Peter. Maybe he'll fight back up the hill. He's really not, you know. He's just got back into track position. Hang on, he's pushing me a little bit now. He's doing what I like to do, which is push people to making a mistake. Let's try not to do that. Towards the end of lap 6, it looks like Laurent nearly copied Michael, but he's kept it on the track. Oh no, he's been hit by Anthony. He spins towards the pit wall. Anthony had such a good run out of that last turn, but he's literally tried to run through Laurent. That's poor driving there, Anthony. Much deeper into the race now on lap 11, still in P5, but a lot of action has died down until now. On board with James now, and he may try to make a move on Peter, who we know at least doesn't defend too much. James is looking inside, but Peter does defend and makes James switch to the outside instead. And he's done it, but he's carried too much speed into the turn. Can he get the car around the corner? Peter's now alongside, but surely he has to yield to James, who's got the inside line. And he does, and that's a good pass from James. Peter is sticking with him though, but he has lost P6 now. On to the penultimate lap, and we're still together. James is close, but no one makes a move this time into turn 1. Maybe we're saving it for the last lap. Back on board with James, and he has another good run out of turn 1, and I'm under some pressure here. Oh, but he's hit me. There's literally no gap there, James, whatsoever. I have kept it out of the wall, and I don't think there's any damage to the rear of the car, so I can carry on, but I'm back down to P7. Well, let's take a look and see what happened. He's so close to me up the hill, but call me biased, there is just no gap there. And I should have anticipated my brakes before the turn. On board with Peter behind us, who can see it all, and I just don't know what James is thinking, to be honest. But it's happened, and now we move on to the final lap. And following the accident with James, I couldn't make any more passes. But at the front, something is happening because we've all moved up 2 positions. That's put me in 5th. This has been a fast-paced race, and for my first time at Mugello, even on a short course, it's been really tough. We're in the car home in P5. So let's have a look and see what happened at the front. From the eventual winner's point of view, we can see there was an accident that led to DQs to both drivers, similar to Lime Rock in the previous race. And this is what led to me being promoted to P5 on the last lap. On to the results here at Mugello short course, and after 14 laps of good racing and a few bumps, we managed to finish 5th. Our safety rating after a week at Mugello is now at 2.70, which is slightly increasing, which is always good. And our iRating has done the same and is now up to 776. Let's look at the table, and it shows that we're having some consistent finishes already this season. It would be nice to break into the top 3 to increase our chances of obtaining that C licence, which is the overall goal. There's plenty of time for that. Up next we're at Watkins Glen, which is a track I've never raced on any racing game, never mind iRacing, so that's going to be an interesting one. But one last thing before you go, please smash the like button if you enjoyed the race, and consider subscribing to the channel to help it grow and see more content like what's on screen now. Until then, chunking it out.